The Earth is getting hotter. This increase in temperature is not just a minor inconvenience. It is a significant shift that affects every aspect of our environment. The rising heat is altering the delicate balance of our climate, leading to unpredictable and often extreme weather patterns. This heat is changing the climate. Weather patterns that were once stable and predictable are now erratic and severe. We see more frequent and intense storms, prolonged droughts, and unusual weather events that disrupt the natural order. One of the biggest impacts is on water. Water sources that have sustained life for centuries are drying up, rivers and lakes are shrinking, and groundwater levels are dropping, making it harder for plants to access the water they need. Plants need water to survive. They rely on a consistent supply of water to grow, reproduce, and carry out essential functions like photosynthesis. Without adequate water, plants cannot thrive. But with climate change, water is becoming scarcer in many regions. This scarcity is not just a temporary issue, it is a growing crisis that threatens the very existence of plant life in affected areas. This is a serious threat to plants all over the world. From agricultural crops to wild flora, no plant species is immune to the effects of climate change. The lack of water leads to withering and death, reducing biodiversity and disrupting ecosystems. Climate change affects rainfall patterns. Some regions experience excessive rainfall, while others face prolonged dry spells. This imbalance creates a challenging environment for plants to adapt to. Some areas get too much rain, leading to floods. These floods can wash away topsoil, drown plant roots, and create conditions that are inhospitable for plant growth. Other areas get too little rain, causing droughts. Droughts deprive plants of the water they need, leading to stunted growth, reduced yields, and in many cases, death. These extreme weather events make it hard for plants to get the water they need. Whether it's too much or too little, the inconsistency in water availability is a major stressor for plant life. The problem is getting worse as temperatures rise. Higher temperatures increase the rate of evaporation, further reducing the amount of water available for plants. Plants are struggling to adapt to these rapid changes. The speed at which the climate is changing is unprecedented, leaving plants with little time to adjust and evolve. This has serious consequences for ecosystems and human society. Plants form the foundation of most ecosystems, and their decline affects all other forms of life, including humans. We depend on plants for food, clean air, and other essential resources. The loss of plant life due to climate change threatens our food security, air quality, and overall well-being. It is crucial that we take action to mitigate these effects and protect our planet's plant life. Plants have developed amazing ways to conserve water. Over millions of years, they have evolved intricate mechanisms to survive in various environments, from arid deserts to lush rainforests. Each adaptation plays a crucial role in their survival. They need water for photosynthesis, which is the process of using sunlight to make food. Without water, this essential process cannot occur, and the plant would not be able to produce the energy it needs to grow and thrive. This is the process of using sunlight to make food. During photosynthesis, plants convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen, providing energy for themselves and releasing oxygen into the atmosphere, which is vital for all living beings. Water is also essential for transporting nutrients and cooling the plant. It moves through the plant's vascular system, carrying essential minerals from the soil to different parts of the plant, ensuring its overall health and growth. One way plants conserve water is through their stomata. These tiny openings on the leaves play a significant role in regulating water loss and gas exchange. Stomata are tiny openings on leaves. They allow the plant to take in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis while releasing oxygen and water vapor. They allow the plant to take in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. This exchange is crucial for the plant's ability to produce food and sustain itself. They also release water vapor. This process, known as transpiration, helps in cooling the plant and maintaining its internal temperature. When water is scarce, plants can close their stomata. This action significantly reduces water loss, allowing the plant to conserve its precious water resources during dry periods. This reduces water loss through transpiration. By closing their stomata, plants can effectively manage their water usage and survive in challenging conditions. Transpiration is like sweating for plants. It helps them stay cool by releasing excess water vapor, which evaporates and cools the plant's surface. It helps them stay cool. This cooling effect is particularly important in hot environments where maintaining a stable internal temperature is crucial for the plant's survival. Another way plants save water is through their roots. The root system is vital for water absorption and storage. Some plants have deep roots. These roots can reach water deep underground, tapping into water sources that are not available to plants with shallower root systems. These roots can reach water deep underground. This adaptation is particularly useful in arid regions where surface water is scarce. Other plants have shallow, widespread roots. These roots spread out near the soil surface, allowing the plant to quickly absorb water from light rainfall or morning dew. These roots can quickly absorb water from light rainfall. This strategy is effective in environments where water is available in small amounts, but frequently, ensuring the plant can take advantage of every drop. Climate change is disrupting the delicate balance of plant water conservation. Higher temperatures increase the rate of evaporation. This means that soil dries out faster. Plants lose water more quickly through transpiration. As temperatures rise, many areas experience more frequent and severe droughts. Droughts are prolonged periods of low rainfall. This creates a water deficit for plants. They struggle to survive. In some regions, climate change leads to increased rainfall. However, this can also be harmful. Heavy rainfall can overwhelm plants. It disrupts the delicate balance of gases in the soil. This can damage roots and hinder water absorption. The impacts of climate change on plant water conservation are already visible. We see them in the decline of certain plant species. We see them in shifts in ecosystems. For example, in drought-prone regions, tree species adapted to drier conditions are thriving. Meanwhile, species that need more water are struggling to survive. This can lead to changes in forest composition and structure. These changes have ripple effects throughout the ecosystem. They affect the animals that depend on those trees for food and shelter. They impact the entire food web. Section 5. Cultivating crisis, agriculture and food security at risk. Agriculture, the backbone of human civilization, is highly vulnerable to climate change. Crops need water to grow. Changes in water availability have a direct impact on agricultural productivity. Droughts can lead to crop failures. This threatens food security, especially in regions already facing food shortages. Floods can also damage crops, wash away fertile topsoil, and disrupt planting cycles. Climate change can alter the suitability of land for certain crops. Farmers may need to adapt by planting more resilient varieties or switching to different crops altogether. Section 6. Adapting to survive plant defense mechanisms. Despite the challenges, plants are incredibly resilient. They have developed a variety of strategies to survive in some of the harshest environments on Earth. From arid deserts to saline soils, plants have found ways to adapt and thrive. They have evolved a range of mechanisms to cope with water stress. Water is essential for plant survival, and in many environments, it is a scarce resource. Plants have had to become incredibly efficient at using and conserving water. Some plants can enter a state of dormancy during droughts. This means they essentially shut down their growth and metabolic processes to conserve energy and water. When conditions improve, they can quickly resume their normal functions. They conserve energy and water until conditions improve. This ability to pause and restart growth is a remarkable adaptation that allows plants to survive extended periods of drought. Other plants have developed physical adaptations. These adaptations can include changes in leaf structure, root systems, and even the way they photosynthesize. These adaptations help them reduce water loss. For instance, some plants have small, thick leaves that minimize the surface area through which water can be lost. For example, some plants have small, thick leaves with a waxy coating. This waxy layer acts as a barrier to prevent water from evaporating too quickly. This helps them retain moisture. By keeping water inside their tissues, these plants can survive longer periods without rainfall. Some plants have developed physiological adaptations. These adaptations allow them to survive in environments with high levels of salt, which can be toxic to most plants. For example, some plants can tolerate high levels of salt in the soil. They have specialized cells and mechanisms to manage and expel excess salt. This is important in regions where drought leads to increased soil salinity. By adapting to these challenging conditions, plants ensure their survival and continue to play a crucial role in their ecosystems. Section 7. Engineering resilience. Technological solutions for water conservation. Humans are also developing technologies to help plants cope with water stress. One approach is precision irrigation. This involves delivering the right amount of water directly to the roots of plants. This minimizes water waste. Another approach is developing drought-tolerant crop varieties. Scientists are using genetic engineering and traditional breeding techniques to develop crops that can thrive in drier conditions. Other innovations include using sensors to monitor soil moisture levels. This helps farmers optimize irrigation schedules and conserve water. Section 8. A global effort policy and sustainable practices. Addressing the impact of climate change on plant water conservation requires a global effort. Governments, scientists, farmers, and individuals all have a role to play. Governments can implement policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. These policies can promote sustainable water management practices in agriculture. They can support research into drought-tolerant crops. Farmers can adopt climate-smart agricultural practices. These practices include using cover crops to improve soil health. They also include using no-till farming to reduce water loss through evaporation. Section 9. Conclusion. Safeguarding our green allies. Climate change poses a significant threat to plant water conservation. This has far-reaching consequences for ecosystems and human societies. Plants are essential for life on Earth. We depend on them for food, clean air, and many other resources. We must act now to mitigate climate change. We must support the development and implementation of solutions to help plants adapt to a warming world. By safeguarding our green allies, we safeguard our own future.